Hey guys, today's going to be pretty simple, straightforward, and quick. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to do. It's going to be a nice break from the long exercise that we did last time, which is literally going through almost every transaction that we've done in the last 3, 6, or 12 months, whatever you decided to do. But it's going to serve as like a little sanity check along the way, and it's also going to help us prepare for the next step at going in there, knowing what the heck it is that we're doing. It helps to do this over time, right? Small chunks at a time. Break it up like that, because there are some times where you're not going to be thinking straight. You're going to be making a decision unconsciously, and that's not something that decision that you make unconsciously is not something that you want to bring with you into the final product. So this is one of those steps where we're going to kind of look at stuff. We're going to take a step back from things and look at them from a higher up perspective. This is what they call the 30,000 foot view, right? And just look at what we've done and prepare the data for the next step here. So it's going to be pretty simple. Just a quick recap of what we did last time, right? Last time we did the financial mirror, basically going through every single transaction that I went through every transaction that I had in the last 3 months, wrote them all down, put them into items, category type things, and then I did a quick analysis on them. And that's what I have here. I broke them up into important, not important, necessary, and not necessary, and figured out the amounts for them, right? It's just basically summing them up. So I just copied that over here. This is the collapsed table, and this is the expanded table, and that eventually is going to go in there. But there's a thing that we're going to do in the middle here. We're going to plan for this, do a little bit more planning before we dive into that, okay? So what we're going to do, and you probably have seen this type of thing before, and it's going to be pretty cool because you're going to know exactly how to do it. And I've been thinking about, how to save some time here, so I'm going to draw this out and then I'll come back. Okay, so you can probably stop watching this video at this point because I think you know what we're going to be doing here. It's not going to be that complicated. It's just going to be really like moving data, moving pixels from one place to another. So I'm going to go back here and just copy this over, take a snapshot of that, right? So I have it over here. Go to this thing. Put that over there. All right, and now I'm just going to put these expenses where they belong in the box. Okay, pretty straightforward. Oh, shoot, I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put it on the thing and move it around. All right, so here we go. There's nothing like different that I'm doing here. I'm just looking and seeing what's important and what's necessary. And if it's in this, if the number appears here, I'm putting it into this box, right? So groceries goes here. And really the only things that go into this box are groceries and rent. That's it. That's all that I put down. Let's do the next box. Important but discretionary. I called them not necessary. We can call them discretionary. So this is Coach Connections membership. Okay, it's G Suite, Last Pass. And I'm also going to put what they are just because I know. Hey, it's me from the editing deck. Now, there are going to be some subscriptions that you're not going to include here. Like if you have a yearly subscription that didn't get billed in the time that you looked at, then that's fine. Don't worry about it. When we actually set up our tracker, we'll have a way of dealing with that. Rental car, well, just for sake of completeness. Completeness, I'm going to put everything in here that I had. You don't necessarily have to do that. I'm just going to end up deleting them later on, but for just right now, I'm going to do it. All right, so now not important and necessary stuff. So I'm gonna group everything car into car related. Oh, I had another one before that. ASEA, but I've already canceled that one for now. Oh, no, that's not. That one goes down here. Like car registration, fees. Here we have, what else do we have? Fuses for car, gas, insurance. This is health insurance. No, I had interest as well. Now let's do the last box here. Okay, In-N-Out milkshake, that goes under dining out. Lunch goes out under dining out. Parking is car related. Platform fee. Starbucks under dining out, and tolls also goes under car related. So that's about it. That's see, mine is pretty simple. When you do this, you're probably going to have a lot more different things, or you might not, or you might have fewer things than I do. I don't know. That's kind of about it. So I'm going to just delete that. And now we can look at this. Again, this is another time where we're just going to look at stuff and see. And we can change our mind here too at any point in time. Like groceries and rent, okay? There's necessary and important stuff, but I feel like some of these other things are going to be important. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I was going through that thing and I put nutrients as discretionary, because I feel like that's very important for me. So I'm going to move that from this box to over there, because you can do that. You can change whatever you want. There's no set stones, rules. Like, that's kind of the purpose of doing this, because you want to be able to change stuff before you move forward with it. What else? This, all right, it's fine. This I should really be moved to my business. That's fine. That I'm actually, because no matter what's going to happen, I'm not going to cancel that. So I'm moving that into important and necessary. Dining out stays there. Water bottle, I'm deleting this, because that's like it's a discretionary, maybe you can call it an other, something or other. Right? Zoom, it's pretty important, because I do all these, talk to people on Zoom and meet people on Zoom, but that should really be, probably on my business side as well. I should move it over to my business side, because I use it for business all the time. Okay, not important, necessary, car related, health insurance, and credit card interest. Health insurance, this is kind of like an interesting one, because it is necessary, and it's kind of important because I'm paying for it. Like, I could cancel it. I'm not going to get penalized anymore if I cancel my health insurance. So this one, it really tears me, because I don't know what to do with this one. I mean, I'm not going to stop paying it, right? But it is kind of important to have, but it's also not important to have, because I never use it. It's only there really for an emergency. Like, I'm not going to the doctor every 3 months, or when I have a little cough, I don't go run over there and ask for some drugs, prescription or painkillers or whatever. It's only if I'm going to need an ambulance ride or something like that. Something crazy happens, right? That's the real reason why I have it. I don't want to end up in an emergency with a big bill. So I don't know what to do with this one. I think I'm just going to leave it there. Credit card interest is monthly. So all the stuff in this category, basically, we're going to see if there's some big wins that we can get from canceling this, like selling the car, getting rid of the interest by paying it all off. Those are going to be big things to do. This I've already canceled, so I'm going to get that out of there. And G Drive, still, that's like $1.99. That's $2 a month. I'm not gonna spend any time on this. And this potentially might be something that I can look into, but that's also not that much. So it's not really a big deal to me. So that's it for this step. We're done. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna define how we want our tracking system to work. And I say tracking system because I'm gonna do a tracking system. You might want to set up a budget or a spending plan, but the thing that we're going to do, either way, it doesn't matter what you want to do there, but we're going to define what it is that we're going to want for our next step. Before we go and research like what software to use, what piece of budgeting technology to use, or how we want to do it, or what to do, and figure all that stuff out, we're going to do like a requirements sheet for how we want the thing to work, so that when we actually go and look for or design the thing that we want, then it's going to be pretty easy for us. It's going to save us a lot of time down the line, instead of having to try one thing, seeing how we like it, and then like rebuilding it all again. So that's it. We're done with this step. Oh, one thing that's kind of interesting, okay, to look at. Like if you go back to this thing, you can kind of see, like, I guess the way that you want your money to be, or the ideal situation for like how your money is all coming over in this direction, right? The important and necessary stuff should be where you spend most of your money. All right, should or whatever, but ideally that's where people find the most fulfillment. And here's the thing, right? You can put whatever you want in important and necessary, right? If going out and eating avocado toast is important and necessary to you, put it in this category, and you spend money on it, okay? And you spend more money on it than something that you put in this category or this category or this one. All the money should flow up and to the left and be in this box, right? You can kind of see that that's how already my spending is. My necessary and important spending is the most, and the other quadrants, they kind of almost perfectly align like that, right? The most is here, then this is number 2 and 3, and then this is number 4. It's kind of interesting how that works out. But yeah, that's where your money should flow. A lot of times I think people's spending ends up being something like that. They spend a lot of money on shit they don't care about, and then they feel dissatisfied with their life, and they feel like they need to get their money under control because, well, it's all going somewhere. I don't know where it's going. It's not going to what's important to me. But yeah, that's about it. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.